Hello folks, and thanks for joining in on this video, which is slightly different from what we normally do. We've normally got gameplay videos, but this is a breakdown of the latest Ashes of Ariandel DLC that has dropped for Dark Souls 3, and specifically this is the PvP trailer that has dropped. Now the video starts off like any other video with a quick switch to the Drang Twin Hammers and a person walking in the Deacons of the Deep area. You've then got a person walking in the Irithil area, followed by a person using the Twin Prince's sword weapon art in the Pontiff area. Standard stuff, nothing great over there. We then get our first look at part of the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, which was already there in the previous trailer that they had dropped. We've got a quick peek at a couple of the bosses and just a glimpse into what the bosses look like and the scale of the bosses. From what I remember, the DLC has just 2 bosses, so I don't think it's going to be a very big DLC. However, we are then told that you choose your weapon. Nothing great there. I guess maybe that's an indication of the new weapons and the new magic items and stuff that you're gonna get, but you never know, it could just be a random statement. You choose your weapon. We then see a few people buffing their weapons, and I don't think this is anything new. You've got the, I think that's the sword, the storm sword, storm curved sword or something, or that could be a straight sword, I'm not sure. You've got the Onikiri and Ubadachi Oni Slayer, but that appears to be a different enemy. Or is it the first Outrider Knight that you encounter? Not really sure. We've then got this boss fight clip of the Nameless King. Ooh, what an awesome boss. And we're told you choose your path. Now, once again, all of this appears to be similar to, well, not really similar, but it just appears to be a reference to what we've done so far. And you've got this clip of a door opening, which I assume means that if you've chosen your path, you've opened certain doors, followed by a clip of the Mound Maker's Covenant area. Now this is where things get really interesting. So the Covenant did not play a really big role in the base game for Dark Souls 3. I mean, you could just switch Covenants on the fly and it didn't really matter which Covenant you were in unless you were looking to platinum the game or something. However, there's a statement which says the time has come to choose your allegiance. Now this appears to be a key point of the PvP in the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. It appears as if the Covenant you are in will play a major role with respect to PvP, and more specifically with respect to a new battle arena that has been introduced in the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. Now the battle arena is called the Hollow Arena. It's been given different names, but the wiki calls it the Hollow Arena, so that's what I'm sticking with. And we'll see very soon what the battle arena is like. We get a quick overview of all the Covenants, well, not all the Covenants, but most of the Covenants, and what you could do in those Covenants. Now there's this image of the character kneeling down at Filing Shrine. I think this is related to when you would go to the Kiln of the First Flame to complete the game, but maybe it's a new Covenant, we don't know. In the background, you have the Darkmoon Blade Covenant leader saying that choose your path and you are now part of the Darkmoon Blade and swear your loyalty and blah blah blah. I think that's once again a reference to the fact that a Covenant is going to play a major role, and it's just reiterating the fact that you need to choose your Covenant wisely. We then have some overview kind of thing of what you could do. You could invade, you could protect, you could duel, and you could betray. And that's mainly if you're a Mound Maker, you could betray. But you can see a duel being shown in the DLC portion, whereas the others seem to be part of the base game. So there's just one duel that is being shown in the DLC portion. And we move on to what the focus of this particular video is, and that is the ability to battle. Now this is something which appears to have multiple layers to it. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, maybe not, but I think there are multiple modes of a 3v3 battle. What we see right now are 3 people walking with silver crowns on their heads, and they appear to be silverish as well, and they're clearly part of the same team. If we skip forward a bit, you see them walking towards 3 other people who also appear to be silver with silver crowns on their head. So this seems to be a situation where 3 people have been matched up randomly and they've become a part of a team, and they're about to go against 3 other people in this arena, which is hopefully a dedicated arena for PvP. And I'm saying hopefully because you definitely have some sort of an organization to the way in which a PvP is conducted. So you probably will have restrictions like you cannot chug. There may be leaderboards. There may be various things that could be implemented in an organized arena. So you've got these 6 people who seem to be preparing to battle it out, and they walk towards each other, they taunt each other, they then start the battle. However, there's this initial clip which once again appears to be the battle between at least 4 people who are silver. We don't know about the rest. Funny thing, they don't have crowns on their head. So in the clip, the video clip which we just saw before, they had silver crowns on their head. These guys don't appear to have crowns on their head. So I'm not sure if that means something, the fact that they don't have crowns on their head. However, if we move forward a bit, you now have people who are representatives of their covenant. So you've got purples in this particular frame, you've got a golden invader, you've also got, and we can't really see that because it's kind of in the background, but there appear to be 2 golden invaders and 3 purples over here. Now make note, in the more or less in the top right hand corner, but just behind the purple on the right hand side, there appears to be some sort of capture the flag. I don't know, maybe it's just wishful thinking, but it's possible that that is some sort of a capture the flag, and or a checkpoint, or you need to like grab point A, point B, whatever. I'm thinking Counter-Strike here, but it appears to be some sort of a capture the flag, because that I've never seen anything like that before, and it doesn't appear to be a weapon or a weapon art or a spell or something that is being cast. So you've got the purple right in the foreground throwing lightning towards what I assume is the red and the left hand side, the golden red on the left hand side, and the second purple, the purple in the middle, is using the Wrath of the Gods, or what, no, whatever it's called. I've forgotten what this miracle is called, but either way, notice what happens once the spells connect, so to speak. The red on the right, extreme right, who was running towards the purple, does not seem to hit the purple. However, the Wrath of the Gods miracle, or whatever the miracle is, from the purple seems to impact the purple, his fellow purple, as well as the red who was running towards him. These two are on the right hand side. Maybe there's friendly fire over here. Maybe. The purple who threw the lightning seems to have thrown it at the purple who cast the Wrath of the Gods. And we don't really see it, but I think that hit him. But not entirely sure. Not entirely sure about that. There's just too little that's been given away. Now, funny thing is that notice the crown that the purple who's throwing the lightning has got. It's very difficult to make it out, but you can just see he's got a golden colored crown. And once again, maybe there are two people in this entire PvP battle arena who've got golden colored crowns, and they're some sort of kings or something, and you're supposed to protect them. Once again, just throwing a random assumption out there, because there appear to be two people with the crowns on their heads. Well, at least one in this clip. I'm assuming there is one more. We then switch over to, once again, those silverish people fighting each other. There are 4 silver people at least in this clip, and it appears as if the weapon art done by the person using the Black Knight glaive seems to impact the other 3. So maybe he was part of the rival team, and he just managed to get all of them in one go. Right, the next thing is a random fireball being thrown. Now, one guy dodged out of the way, but it seemed to hit a blue, and this clip appears to have one red. I can see another red in the extreme right hand side, but that might just be the environment, we don't know. And the blue seems to have dodged it, the first blue, but the blue who's closer to us in the foreground, he got the full blast of it and died, got fried, got screwed. Well, not really, he didn't die, he just seemed to get staggered. We switch back to the silver crowns and people fighting with the silver crowns, and if you look at the silhouettes in the bottom left hand corner and the right hand, it appears to be once again all silver people, or at least, well, yep, it appears to be all silver people, but that's not very clear because the guy on the right hand side might not be entirely silver. However, the people on the left all appear to be silver, and they're obviously part of different teams, otherwise I'm assuming they wouldn't be fighting each other. We switch once again to a clip where you've got another fireball being thrown, another person dodging. Now this is kind of interesting because the person throwing the fireball appears to be a regular guy, no color whatsoever, not red, not golden red, not anything. The person dodging the fireball appears to be a mad dog spirit, and the person who gets hit by it appears to be a golden red. So you've definitely got more than one covenant in play over here. We then have the silver going against the red. So it appears as if the reds can be part of this particular arena in their own covenant, maybe in their own team, and people who are maybe part of another covenant like the Dark Moon Blade or the Way of the Blue get clubbed together as one team. Not sure. We then move on to a clip of a purple going against a golden red, and the purple has a golden crown on his head. Once again, the golden crown might mean that this guy is the king and he needs to be protected or something, or if he dies, then the entire PvP match finishes and the opponent team wins. Once again, random speculation. We then have a few random fights that are shown. There's this goldenish, silverish guy going up against a golden yellow well, not goldenish silverish, but a bluish silverish guy going against a golden yellow. Golden yellow, a golden red, and they're fighting now. This is where things get really crazy. There appear to be at least 5 different types of players in this clip. You've got a golden red that's in the background right hand side. You've got a silver that's in the background left hand side. You've got a red that's in the more or less the foreground right hand side. You've got a blue, that's the guy in the foreground, second guy in the foreground, and you've got a purple. So not sure what's going on over here. Maybe it's a free for all. Maybe it's just a situation where all of them are placed into this battle arena and everyone tries to kill everyone, and whoever wins, yay, you win. Maybe. We're then told to embrace the darkness, and there is some more stuff that is shown with respect to the PvP, but nothing that we can really ascertain for sure. And FromSoft is great at this. They don't give away too many spoilers, so what you see is just a bit of what's actually happening, and obviously when it comes out we'll get to know exactly what's the deal, but for now we can just speculate. And once again, you've got multiple clips. It switches over to those 3 silvers against another 3 silvers running at each other, so this definitely appears to be a thing. Now, what have we learned from this so far? Point A, 3 versus 3 PvP is a thing. Point B, there is an arena for PvP called the Hollow Arena, so that effectively means there might be limits on what you can do. For example, you may not be able to chug Estus, you may not be able to cast healing miracles, regen might not work, you might have leaderboards, so that's the second thing. Point C, you've got 3v3 and it could be related to the covenant that you're in. It's not necessary that mound makers will get teamed up with mound makers only. It's possible mound makers with Darkboon Blades versus Rosaria's Fingers with, I don't know, a random Sunlight Bros or something. I'm just taking a random example over here, but it's possible that the covenant you choose will decide on how you get paired up and how you get teamed up, really, not paired up. Fourth thing, there appear to be random PvPs where it could be just 6 people thrown into the arena and you fight it to the end, like a gladiator type of PvP. There could be a capture the flag, so maybe there's a flag that you need to capture from the other team, standard capture the flag stuff, and not sure how that will work. Maybe you need to capture the flag and you need to retain it for some time or something, no one knows. Followed by what I think is mere speculation on my part. Well, a lot of this video has been speculation on my part, and that appears to be the king concept, where you've got this one guy who's got a crown, a golden crown on his head, and maybe you've got 2 people in the 6 out of the 6 people, and those 2 people are the kings for each side, 1 king for each side, and if the king dies, your team loses. I don't know. Well, October 25th is not too far away. We'll get to know very soon whether these assumptions are, well, just assumptions, or there was some logical thinking involved as well. I don't think there was any logical thinking involved, but you never know. I could be right. Personally, I feel the capture the flag and the king concept might be wishful thinking from my end. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but we'll find out very soon. Till then, stay tuned for more videos on everything related to games. We're doing a lot of Dark Souls 3 right now. There's another PvP video coming up, and 25th of October means Ashes of Ariandel will be in the house. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and keep smiling.